All right, this time I'll call the April meeting of the North Coast School Board to order. Please join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Slagle, if you can please read our vision, mission, core beliefs, and high priorities.
Would love to. Our vision, North Posey, we inspire all students to achieve their potential for learning and life in a safe and supportive environment. Mission, we partner with our community to create a dynamic and innovative educational experience, empowering students to become educated, productive, and responsible citizens. Core beliefs, we believe our community is vital to our educational success. Everyone is valued and treated with respect, and always telling the truth, an educational opportunity for all. Student-centered programs, challenging and inspiring learning in the pursuit of excellence through a strong sense of pride. Our high priorities, enhancing the student experience, investing in administrators and staff, fostering strong relationships among all, and maximizing resources.
Great, thank you. And with that, we're on to good news.
Well, tonight we have some guests here with us from our BPA group, and I'd love for you all to stand and introduce yourselves and kind of explain to us your adventure here recently.
Here.
That's great.
We're going to BPA Nationals May 6th through 10th in Nashville, Tennessee. My name is Paxton Gibbs. I'm going for my economic research individual and for a parliamentary procedure team.
I'm Audrey Fisher, and I'm going for presentation team and legal office procedures.
I'm Melian, and I'm going for business law and ethics.
My name is Kaden Conyers, and I'm also going for parliamentary procedure team.
I'm Aiden Nachman. I'm also going for parliamentary procedure.
Awesome. So how did you what did you have to do to get to Nashville?
We had to place top 3 at the state conference in Indianapolis.
So was there a lot of competition?
Yeah.
So we start out at the regional level in December, and we have to place there to move on to state. And then we went up to Indy in March, like she said, for a few days, and we competed. And most of us actually had 2 rounds of competition. So yeah, there was quite a bit of competition, and they narrow it down to the top, I think 8 teams, move on to the final, and then we've all placed well enough to get to go to Nashville.
Congratulations.
That's a great job.
Is there
All
any,
seniors or?
I'm a sophomore.
I'm junior.
And then the rest of
We're all
us are seniors.
seniors.
is there anything else that you were prepared to share with us this evening that we haven't asked or?
We didn't know we were supposed to have anything prepared. Our advisor just said, go to this thing.
Give me a second, I'll just make that note here.
Just getting there.
Get prepared for when you win nationals.
Yeah,
absolutely. We'll give our presentations next meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you just got voluntold.
How long are your personal presentations? Do you have to give a long speech?
I have a economic research project. So I wrote a paper for it that I already had to submit, and then I give a presentation that has to be under 7 minutes.
Understood.
And then for parliamentary procedure, we have to do like a live meeting for up to, we like have 3 main motions that we talk about. And then we also have an individual test that each of our members take, and then they average the scores between them.
Wow.
And then mine's a complete test, so I don't have to present anything. I just go in and take a full length test.
That's me. Okay.
Did you guys do League of People?
The third, us, Aiden and I
It
just.
just sounds like it would be like related to
For
the
parliament?
stuff you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty similar, I'd say.
Yeah, my presentation, I'm sure yours is the same way. There's question time, so it's real similar to We the People because they can ask you anything. And sometimes they don't even ask it about the actual content. Yeah, it'll be about your preparation of something completely different.
I think that's awesome. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time this evening. Sorry, didn't bring the ice cream cars, but I'll get those in the mail. All right. You're welcome to stay or you may go either way.
All right,
All
thank you
right,
guys.
so much.
Congratulations.
Other good news that we have, our North Posey Performing Arts completed a successful production of Guys and Dolls, showcasing the talent and dedication of our students and staff. And North Elementary and South Terrace were honored up in Indianapolis at the state capitol on April 8th at the 2026 Literacy Achievement Celebration for having our kids perform above the 95% pass rate that has been set by the state of Indiana for the I-Read test in 3rd grade. All right.
Thank you. And we have no patrons concerns, so we're on to minutes, claim docket, and consent items.
All right, so before you, you do have your prior minutes, our claim docket and consent items for your approval.
Looking for a motion on the consent items.
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes, claim docket, and consent items with the exception of the personal leave request.
Need a second on that?
I'll second it.
Any discussion on these? Would like to thank the West Side Nut Club for their donation. And looks like we have another scholarship here. That's also some good news.
I did have one question on the claim docket. This is just for my education. What are reunification items?
Sure.
There's one thing said reunification items.
Absolutely. So there's a program, it's called I Love You Guys. There's a long story behind that, but if you Google it, you can see what that's about. But in the event, natural disaster or whatnot, that we had to evacuate a school, we would have to come up with a location and ways to identify staff, way to control traffic, ways to direct parents or guardians to get kids, things of that nature. And so we have a storage container at the central office that has all these items in it. So that in the case we had to go to a school building to perform a reunification to parents, we would be ready to go.
Reuniting students.
Correct.
Cool. Makes sense. Thank you.
Any other discussion on the minutes, claim docket, consent?
Okay, we have a question.
Just point of clarification, are you wanting to exclude all the personal leave requests or only specific ones? Before you take a vote.
The two personal leave requests for Braxton and Caitlin Lee.
Okay, so you want those pulled out, but you moved to approve the rest of the,
Yes.
okay.
All right, so we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0.
Who seconded that?
Larry. And on the ones that we pulled, do we want a motion to table those or?
I don't think we can.
You just put
It
them on
never
the
came up as a
agenda.
motion.
All right,
That's the one.
so then we are on to new business.
All right, we're just looking at some new courses at high school for construction trades, general carpenter capstone, AP psychology, and political science.
Looking for a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the new high school courses.
Second,
I'll second
any discussion on these? The motion and a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Dr. Walden.
All right, you have for second read and approval, the curriculum materials that we shared with you last month. These are the English reading curriculum materials for K through 12. And then you've got some Project Lead the Way in there and handwriting. So it's items 1 through 8 in the spreadsheet that we had shared. Those were the items that we did a first read last month and then this month. You can approve.
Looking for a motion to approve the curriculum material cost as presented.
I'll make the motion to approve the items 1 through 8 curriculum material.
Second,
I'll second.
discussion on these. A motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Also, Dr. Walden.
Okay, so we'll present to you items 9 through, and we're going to make a change to 13, not 9 through 11, because we had a couple of those new course requests. I've added those in there for you. So this is for first read only. All the links are in the spreadsheet that was shared, and then these curriculum materials are available at the schools for parents and students or community members to review over the next month. And then next month we would bring it up for approval.
So no action on that. Dr. Walden, you're still up.
We have the Neola policies that we reviewed last month for first read, volume 38. And this is for second read and board approval.
So looking for a motion to approve the Neola policies as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the Neola policies as presented.
I'll second it. I have a motion and a second. Any discussion on these? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Dr. Walton.
Next up is some quotes from Educational Furniture. So these quotes are for finishing our updates in furniture for grades 4 through 6 at both elementary schools, and then an update in furniture here at the junior high school. We've spent several months with Educational Furniture and teachers and administrators kind of identifying what we needed, going through the buildings. When the quotes came in, you can see the original quotes there. That South Terrace came in under 150,000, but the other two came in either right at or above 150,000. And our board policy does state that 150,000 is our watermark for taking that to bid. And so I reached back out to Educational Furniture and asked them, because one of the options with a bid is a state contract, a state approved contract pricing, because they've already taken that to bid. So a state contract pricing has already gone to bid for the year, so that alleviates that from us having to run our own bid. So I reached out to Educational Furniture and asked if they were included or a part of any of the state contract pricing. And they said, yes, they have two. And so they went out and got back with the manufacturers and re-ran the quotes with the state contract pricing. And we would anticipate that contract price to be a bit higher than the original price because we've stepped out of that middle place of not being the one running the RFP. So there is somebody running that, somebody that's going to get, part of that. So you can see the state contract quote there. My recommendation tonight, because they've also shared with us, all the manufacturers have said that they are going to do a price increase May 1st due to all the fuel increase costs. So I believe if we were to take this to bid, we would see even higher numbers than what we see here with our contract pricing. And so my recommendation tonight would be to approve North Posey Junior High and North Elementary contract pricing, because that follows our policy. But South Terrace doesn't have to go to contract pricing because it falls under the 150. So to approve the original quote on that.
So looking for a motion to approve these furniture quotes as recommended.
I'll make a motion to approve them as recommended.
I'll second.
Any discussion on these?
Is this like classroom desks and?
Yeah. Student desks, chairs, teacher desks, pretty much all new furniture.
So we've got 1 through 3 in already,
Mhm.
so this will be all new for all the grade schools.
Mhm.
And is this all of the junior high?
Mhm.
Anything else on that? We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Mr. Slagle.
All right, I'm just looking at that time of year again to start talking about summer school. The state's doing their practice a little bit differently, but we would like to get approval for the courses before you. Things that we know that will be reimbursed for will be the iRead, prep and retake, and the English 9, 10, and 11.
Looking for a motion to approve summer school.
I'll make a motion to approve the summer school as listed.
Second,
I'll second it.
any discussion on this?
Yeah, so these courses, we won't have them if we don't have a minimum sign up.
15 is the state minimum
Okay.
to get reimbursed. For the iRead, that is a lot, it is a law that they have to, if they didn't pass the iRead, that they get additional help during school year and get a chance to retake or take summer school. So we'll just have to see where we fall with that after the kids get a chance to take a test again in May.
So if we have less than 15, though, we probably still will.
With the iRead, yes.
We'll do it with iRead, we'll just not get reimbursed.
Correct.
Anything else on that? A motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. And Mr. Slater.
Next one requires no action. It's just a first look at two potential calendars for the 27-28 school year. The next item then would be the 27 budget calendar for your consideration.
Looking for a motion to approve the 27 budget calendar.
I'll make a motion to approve the 27 budget calendar.
Second,
I'll second it.
discussion on this. Motion and second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Mr. Slagle.
Back in March, you had the first reading of our staff attire and accessory policy. Tonight, we bring it to you for a second time for
Looking for a motion to approve the revised staff attire and accessories policy.
Make a motion, we approve the staff attire accessories presentation, and I guess that's it.
I'll second it.
Any discussion on this?
I would just like for maybe the staff to be told about the policy and everybody to be on board with any new policy that affects the staff.
No problem.
All right, I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0.
All right, something new for us is this the tuition reimbursement policy and tuition reimbursement credential advancement agreement. What we're looking for here is just an opportunity to support our students when we do classes with dual credit, when they get opportunities to get courses taken here at high school that can help them in their college careers. That requires a certain licensing, and sometimes we don't have enough folks who have the license to provide what we need to provide kids. And so asking for your consideration to look at supporting a teacher if they're something that the principal thinks that's necessary in our programming.
Looking at that policy, it looks like it requires a board approval as well. Is that something you see like once a year? Here's the list that we.
I don't even know if it's that. I think if Mr. Fisher thinks that, our high school principal thinks that this is a course that we need a dual credit credentialed in, then he'd have a conversation with me, see if there's a teacher who's willing to do that, and then bring it to your all's attention for approval. So I don't know if I see it yearly or if I see multiple people a year.
This is reimbursing their tuition for taking the
Yes,
class.
with a passing grade.
Can we put something in there that if we reimburse them, they're going to stay right for the next 130 years?
I don't think it was exactly 130.
There was a 30 in there.
I was gonna say that it seemed a little less, I don't know. I was thinking it'd be a little, I don't know, longer period of employment to get reimbursed. But I'm also looking at, depending on what the cost is, you know, to me, it kind of makes a difference if somebody's going for 3 or 4 years and we've approved all of that, and it's a more significant amount, that they should guarantee their, you know, their investment into North Posey a little more. If that makes sense.
Sure. Is there a number that you?
I don't know. It just seemed like at a year, it was like 66%. And I don't know what we're talking about for some of these courses, if it's, are we also approving which university or which program they go into as well?
In the document, they had to provide like 2 quotes
Okay,
from the
I
universities.
do remember seeing that.
So while they're working, their 3 years would not begin until they receive the credential.
And to be clear, they'll get reimbursed
immediately.
But if they leave a year in,
Then
they have to pay back 66%. That's what those percentages were. And it is.
Oh, okay, so it's paid back 66.
Yeah. Yes. And then if they're here 2 years, and I think it was probably 33, I don't have it in front of me,
Oh, okay.
but it's something.
That makes more
So we
sense.
prorated it.
I had it in my head the opposite way,
Yeah.
that it was
I'm sorry,
66%.
my question, I didn't realize, I guess I buzzed right through that when I was looking at it.
So that, within the first year, they would owe us 100%. After the first year, it'd be 66.
Okay.
Uh, 33, and then at the end of the last year, they would.
I had it backwards in my head. That seems fair to me.
Is it clearly delineated that the year count doesn't start until they earn the degree? So like if it's taking me 3 years to earn it and I leave at year 2, I owe everything.
Correct. I was cognizant of that.
Okay.
I do believe
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
I read it, but I don't remember looking for that specifically, but yeah.
I will say you guys are on the cutting edge of this. I think the state had pulled back some money that was available for students. And when I was researching this policy and drafting this agreement, I called some other school corporations, really for the middle of the state up north. And they wanted me to send a copy of the policy and the agreement once you passed it, because they're thinking that they're gonna have to be doing the same. So I mean, some school corporations that are much larger than the school corporation don't have this in place. So I think it's a nice benefit for your teachers.
Dual classes, I think, are a big thing for college
They are.
and everything.
It's a huge benefit for our students coming out of high school.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Thanks.
And their parents.
Yes.
We'll be looking at that in May then. Correct. Okay. Mr. Slater, you're still,
All right, so we're just looking at an efficiency here. We use voice for CompuTrol for a lot of our business ventures that we do, our accounting system. They have a product now that can take a lot of things, about three different things that Mrs. Moch uses in our HR department, and can kind of consolidate that down, that would be talking to each other. I think she put it in there that roughly, cost for this is 13.7, but about, it says 18.3, and they have some things in there that they take time, with 15,000 that we end up saving, by not using the other three programs. So efficiency as far as cost, and I think efficiency as far as her time and not having to duplicate things in different programs.
looking for a motion to approve the addition of the employee hub.
I'll make a motion to approve the addition of the employee hub.
I'll second it.
Any discussion on this? Motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you.
On to personnel, professional leave.
Before you see your professional leave, unfortunately, most of this is catch up. It just happened after the last board meeting that several people got a chance to go and grow their knowledge.
Looking for a motion to approve the professional leave as listed.
I'll make the motion to approve the professional leave.
Second,
I'll second.
discussion on this. Motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Reports and information.
All right, so over spring break, Ruth Link started our North Elementary School project. We did have that out for a request for proposal, RFP, and had at least 6 different companies bid on it. One thing that you could not anticipate was what was under the shingles. We did make some plan in there that we have to replace some decking if needed. The roof itself had very little ventilation in it, but there's also on top of the plywood, a material that the contractor and the architect both attributed to the condition of the roof. When they tried to pull that material off the plywood, it just ended up separating the plywood, laminating the plywood. So we ended up having to replace that. That did come with an additional cost and obviously just the time of removing plywood that you weren't anticipating removing, but also getting that much plywood on site. So they're should be finished with everything over top of classrooms. This week, they're working on the library and cafeteria area. Next, with the renovation, we're looking at still the maintenance facility. Arc Construction, their subcontractor, Roof It Right, is complete, but we will be having Midwest Roofing come out and clean up flaws that Roof It Right left on site with the building. Congratulations to the board for earning the Indiana School Board Association Award for Exemplary Governance Award. And then we will have the spring regional meeting on April 20th up in Jasper.
Our next board meeting, we are back at central office there, May 11th. Does anyone have anything else? If not, looking for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Can I ask a few questions, Sam? When you get this award, the Exemplary Governance Award, and are you gonna get it at the spring regional meeting? Then when you come back, you'll bring it here and I can take a picture probably when you come back, right?
Yes, and Mr.
Okay.
President, be glad to post it out there.
Okay, a couple things. The new courses that you approved, are they for seniors? They sound like seniors. Are they just for seniors or
No,
Are they-
they're not.
for anybody? That would be, your 3 new courses. Your capstone, your political science and AP
No,
psychology.
you might have, younger students take that psychology, you might have younger students with.
But not necessarily just for seniors, okay. On the west side, Nut Club donation, $4,000 to be distributed equally to each school. So you consider 4 schools, like junior, the 2 elementaries, the junior high separate and the high school, so they each get $1,000.
Yes.
Okay, capiche. Next thing, Chad Heen resigning as head wrestling coach. So how do you do that? Do you advertise that you have an opening, or is the athletic director shopping for someone, and was that a surprise? Did Chad resign?
Now, we'll go with number one, our athletic director does look for, people to fill our roles. We'll also, Mrs. Moats will post that on Frontline and also on, Indeed, Nimble. Yes.
Okay, so it'll be
We're offline,
posted,
right?
all right.
Great.
Good. And I think, that's all I have circled, let me see to ask you about.